In this video, I'll cover Kinesis put record API. So I'll be creating one producer from my local Java workspace that will be sending data to Kinesis Firehose. I will be creating one delivery stream in my AWS console and will be sending data from my local workspace to that delivery stream. So let's get started. I have already created one Maven project from Quickstart archetype. So first thing I'll do is I'll create the dependency of Kinesis. So I've already downloaded that. So I'll go to my Notepad++ and copy the SDK Kinesis dependency. Now the first step would be creating Kinesis Firehose client. So I'll create a new class. I'll set my access key and secret key in the system properties. I've already copied my access key and secret key and I'll just paste that. So if you're not aware how to create access key and secret key, you have to go to management console and go to IAM. In IAM, go to users. I'll choose Ajay and then go to security credentials. I'll delete my earlier. Let's create a new one. You have to click on create access key. Just copy this access key ID, paste it here, and then you can copy secret key also. Just close this and I'll paste my secret key here. Now this is done. Now I'll create one static method. This is done. Now I will turn Amazon Kinesis Firehose. Client building is done. Now I'll create Firehose app class wherein I'll write my logic. I created some static data for my orders. I'll call create catalog. I'll create some order list which I'll be sending to Kinesis Firehose. So what I can do is I'll create one method. I'll create comma separated order list for three things. First is order ID, then product name, and then the quantity of the products. So I have appended first the order ID. I'll make this an absolute value. Fast forward, guys, I've written the code. Here I'm appending the order ID. Then from the product list, I'm randomly selecting any index. At the last is the order quantity. So these three values are comma separated, and I'll be returning order list in the form of string value. Then after this, I've written the code for sending data to the Firehose delivery stream. First, you have to create client. I have to create a put record request, and in put record request, you have to set the delivery stream, which is orders, and set the record. In record, you have to set the data, and data it accepts in the form of byte buffer. So there's inbuilt method byte buffer.wrap which you can call on order list. So order list is returning us a string value, and I'm calling get bytes on that. So this data will be converted to byte buffer. So we have put record request now. After put record request, we can send data. So for sending data, you have to call put record on Firehose client, which we created here. And in put record, you have to pass put record request, which returns you the put record result. This is a simple, straightforward code. Nothing much fancy in this. Before sending the next request, I'll be sleeping for 10 seconds. We are setting delivery stream orders here, so I have to go to management console and create one delivery stream. So I'll go to Kinesis. In Kinesis, select Kinesis data firehose and click on create delivery stream. Mind you, the name here we provided is order, so I'll copy the exact name and put here. Then we have to choose a source. I'll choose direct put or other sources because I'm using SDK. And after that, I'm not using any encryption. Then I'll click on next. I don't want to transform any records with AWS Lambda. So I'll choose disable transformation. So I'll choose disabled data transformation. Apart from that, I also don't want to convert record format. So I'll keep it CSV only. I'll click on next. Then the destination is S3. So we have to provide the destination bucket. So if you go down, you'll see the bucket here. So I'll click on my bucket example firehose 123. If you don't have any bucket here, you can click on create new and choose a DNS compliant bucket name. For example, I'll choose new example firehose 123 and you can click on create S3 bucket. I don't want to create because I already have. So I'll choose example firehose. Then is S3 prefix. If you want to add your data in some specific folder, then you can choose S3 prefix. For example, if in this bucket I want to store data like order history, then I can choose like this. But I don't want that for now. I'll choose default prefix, which is year, month, day, and hour. So this is the best prefix because this makes your data already partitioned. Then is S3 error prefix. If you want to send error data in some other folder, you can choose that also. So I know that I'm not performing any transformation or any record conversion, so I'll not be getting any error for now. So I'll keep this empty, then click on next. Here the buffer size. So the buffer size is very important because this decides the throughput of your delivery stream. So I'll choose 5 MB and 90 second here because I don't want to wait for 300 second because I'm sending very less data. If you have followed my previous videos, you must be aware that either of these two options must be met before the data can be sent to the destination. Either the buffer size should be 5 MB or the buffer interval should be 90 second before you can deliver the data to S3 bucket. So this is perfect option for me. I'll go down. I don't want S3 compression and encryption. Error logging I have enabled. You can add any tags if you want. Then in permission section, I will choose create or update IAM role, and this is fine. And click on next. So you can review all the options that you selected. I'll click on create delivery stream now, and this can take a couple of minutes. This is done. So I'll run my application and let's see if it is sending the data to Firehose, which in turn will deliver data to S3. Yeah, you can see the first batch was sent. It'll wait for 10 seconds and then again send 1000 records. Yeah, so let's wait for a few seconds more. After 60 seconds, we should see the data in S3. I'll go to my S3. Let's refresh this. We have data here in the form of prefix. The first batch data batch size is 118 kilobytes. I'll just open this and use select from to preview the data. Ours is comma separated, so I'll click on show file preview. You can see that the first column is order ID, then we have the product name, then the quantity. So we are getting the data. This is it, guys. Let's review our code once again. So I just created one catalog, one static data for the products. Then I created order list wherein I'm appending three things: order ID, product name, and the product quantity. Then I'm creating put record request and setting the data from order list into the record. Then I'm calling client.put record and sending that request into that. Yeah, this is it, guys. This is straightforward, a very simple example. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching this video.